Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Danny Burke from Odd Chopper here to deliver you a pair of anytime touchdown prop bets for NFL Week 3. Yes, I am still in recovery from last week after Josh Jacobs somehow did not score us an anytime touchdown bet. I mean, the dude did everything to perfection on the ground, completely dominated, except when it came to crossing the goal line. And when he had what looked like a clear opportunity, he fumbled into the end zone. Just absolutely brutal and painful, much like being a Nebraska Cornhuskers fan. Yeah, it has not been a good week for my football fandom. And I'm a Bears fan too. So the Chicago flag, yeah, football's been rough to me. So hopefully we can flip the script heading into NFL Week 3. Man, we need some luck heading our way soon. Hopefully these bets can change that for us. Let's go ahead and dive into it, my friends. We take you over to our live odds page, as you see there. Tony Pollard is the name. He's going to be my first bet for an anytime touchdown score. So, yeah, this game involves the Packers once again, but this time I'm fading them, going with Tony Pollard on the Tennessee Titans side. He has been a major workhorse for them in the backfield throughout the first 2 weeks. In week 1 against the Bears, 16 carries, 82 rushing yards, and a touchdown. Then last week, he had 17 carries for 62 rushing yards, and that was up against a good Jets run defense and a good Bears run defense, right? So now you're presumably going up against a weaker run defense in Green Bay that's allowing over 5 yards per carry to opposing running backs. You look at these odds to get a touchdown for Pollard, plus 110 is available right there at DraftKings. That's what I'm selecting in this spot. So you heard head coach Brian Callahan's remarks, I'm sure, when it revolved around Will Levis and his poor decision making, to say the least, to put it politely, right? Especially when it comes to the red zone, where he's been a tad bit inept. So going against a vulnerable run defense that is Green Bay, knowing that Callahan wants to probably take the ball out of Levis's hands in these crucial situations as much as possible, that should open up doors for Tony Pollard. And we're getting a plus price with them there at plus 110. Count me in for Tony Pollard anytime touchdown score. I like this bet a lot. The bet I really liked also was him over his rushing yards, 58.5, but that number's moved to about the 60s. Gave that away in our Odd Shopper Tails marketplace. So make sure you tune in there to get all of our bets throughout the week. But yeah, that number moved pretty aggressively. So the market's thinking he's going to have a big day. I believe that as well. And I do believe he's going to contribute with not only a bunch of yards, but getting into the end zone. So Tony Pollard to score a touchdown, plus 110, available at DraftKings. All right, let's move on to my next touchdown prop bet. This one seems a bit obvious, sure, but how about Derrick Henry going up against the Cowboys? Now, when you're looking for these anytime touchdown prop bets, sure, it's nice to get the plus money and you're always wanting that bigger payout, but the longer we go in this season, the more the odds are going to dwindle. We're not going to get as juicy of prices like we saw in the first couple weeks. But minus 120, relatively speaking, for Derrick Henry is a pretty affordable price. He's gotten a touchdown in both of the first 2 games, right? And he's not getting a larger snap count. Actually, Justice Hill is. However, when it comes to the red zone, that's where Henry's really making his mark. And that makes sense. You're bringing him over. He's an older running back, has a lot of wear and tear on him. Use him for these big, crucial spots. And that's going to be once you're in the red zone. And they're going up against this Cowboys defense that has looked awful, just downright atrocious against the run. They're 32nd in rush EPA, 30th in rush success rate. And they've allowed, 4 rushing touchdowns this year? Jerome Ford got 1. Alvin Kamara got 3. Sure, that's going to end up being a little bit of an aberration, but that doesn't mean that this Cowboys defense isn't potentially a bad one all season long. So, the Ravens are going to be capable of moving the ball once they get down there, especially if Lamar's maybe a little uncomfortable. They're going to hand it off to the stud in Derrick Henry, and we're only having to lay minus $120 to get him to score a touchdown at any point in this game. So look for Henry to get the attention in the red zone and hopefully snag 6, and then we could cash in that anytime touchdown prop bet. So that's my other play. Derrick Henry anytime touchdown score at minus 120, available at FanDuel or BetMGM, as you can see on the live odds screen right now. The other play, Tony Pollard at plus 110 at DraftKings to score 6 and cash in an anytime touchdown prop bet. Now, before we leave, folks, let me remind you, make sure you're checking out our Tails Expert Picks page. You get all of these insiders for every single play all season long, every single sport. We're dishing out plays left and right. So that's why I'm telling you, with these props that move, a lot of us put them out early once they get published at these sports books, right? Once they get posted. And then once we hit them, a lot of people in general, these prop markets are going to move pretty frequently. So that's why we implore you to subscribe. My deal right now, $9.95 for week access, $24.95 for the month. There's some great promos going on with everybody right now, and some new insiders just joined. So make sure you check that out, my friends. We got a lot of great stuff happening right now at Odd Shopper, and hopefully you could tag along with us. All right, that's what I'm rocking with for NFL Week 3. Anytime touchdown prop bets. Make sure you check out oddchopper.com and our tails page to see all the other plays that I'm going to be sweating out. Best of luck with all your plays, and take care, folks.